Cards and bennies or keep them the same? I can't remember.
So
Keep
the
them the
same
same.
because we're in the
Keep them the
Oh,
same.
good. Good stuff.
Yes, because
now
you're
the
in the
sun
middle of a fight, so it's not until the fight ends does the cards and the bennies change.
and I had 7 bennies, and we had the extra card last time. That's why I went
Mm.
ahead and played that card right at the end, because it would carry on into this session.
Oh, yes. I remember doing my double card awesomeness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a really good card, so I want Kevin to be sure which one it was, because I've got the reminder on my character, because it wasn't,
Amazing Adolfo got a black joker.
I did.
Character with the arcane back. Sophia Lee plays Arcane Spike. Character with an arcane background may choose any power in their
That was
setting.
me.
That was you. Can't see anything for.
one that oh, no, it's
Jiminy played better than you than me. Bill
Which
Money.
makes
no.
sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
then you were right, Tavis, because now I'm
Stop me getting
rereading,
blown up there.
and it's plus true to trait roll on powers for the remainder of the encounter, which is
That
good
was the
too.
one. Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
And
that,
that will apply.
yeah,
That will apply just to you.
and
Yes.
yeah, but given that a crit fail on using my powers has bad things happen for me, yeah, every bit helps.
Great. There's 5 on. There's 5 on. 2, 3, 4, 5 on chat and 4 in game. I'm starting. Moi, Mr. Adolfo, you're up, sir.
I see 5 in game.
How tough do these walls look?
Barn will be. Why didn't they say it was a rickety barn? Oh,
You
I
did say it
remember.
was a rickety barn, yeah.
Or Horror Headstone Hill.
Don't mention rickety, because Lone Wolf back there is going to have some ghost rock stashed somewhere that he's going to want to burn and, blow the place up. And it'll be like, no.
What is Lone Wolf not here?
He's around
turned
somewhere,
up.
I'm sure.
I'm not sure why rickety makes him want to do it more.
No, it doesn't say rickety. It's just an old horse barn. But left to the elements as it grew decrepit. Old barns are dangerous. Old barns are dangerous to take down. They sit and rot instead. Therefore, basically, the answer to that is it's probably in a very bad state, but it's equally likely to come crashing down on you if you make any structural changes to it.
Fine, I'm a trouble magnet anyway. Right, so I'm going to vault over these last 3, finishing off the 3 things that are coming out.
Okay.
And then I want to bust through the wall and grab the person on the other side and plunk them one.
So how do you know there's a person on the other side of that wall?
You can see through the boards.
And I can see bits through the boards because it's decrepit.
Let's have a strength check.
Boy, it must be the dead that makes him so strong, because old guys usually are.
Okay, so you bust through the boards. You bust through the boards of the barn, find yourself on the other side, and suddenly see six shooters pointing at you.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'll grab Paddy Gallagher. So
you've already performed your 3 actions, dispatching those 3 monsters.
Have I? All right then. Fine.
I was nice. I didn't. Well, what you just said, 3. That's 3 attacks you've already done, isn't it?
No problem. I'm fine with that.
Mr. William Money, sir.
Piranha dogs. Which one of these cultists came towards me? I can't remember now.
The one that you kicked the exploding piranha dog at and blew up.
Yeah. It's going to be one of the splats on the floor, isn't it?
Okay, so I'm not going to shoot a splat because I don't like shooting splats. I'm going to shoot this guy, then maybe kill one of his mates. These are just boring cultists, so I'm going to use my normal gun.
Sounds a little violent. Lone Wolf is idle, apparently.
Right, first shot misses, so I'm going to shoot him again.
Have
Yeah,
you
baby.
chosen blood red dice because you're a cold-blooded murderer, Mr. Money?
No, I just spilled blood on my computer and then it leaked.
Oh, fair enough. That damage do appear to have a slight texture to them, are they? Is that one of the
texture, I can't
dice?
remember. I think he might be dead. What do you reckon?
I think your gun went boom.
I think your gun went boom. Yeah, down he goes. Splat.
Which dice did I pick then? I can't even tell. And then I'm going to move. So I've got a bit like
Be a
against the
little
barn
red
door.
square around the ones she picked.
Move there, so I've got a bit of cover.
Okay.
For any of these crazy lunatic cultists, and then
You can end your turn. Buckshot's up next.
I'm going to get a cup of coffee.
Oh, that's the one that shot at you with a shotgun. It's going to come to there. I'll give you cover. I'll give you light cover because you're behind the wall. You're going to have to shoot through the barn to get you, basically. I think he might have just blown a hole in the barn wall.
Mm.
That decrepit old barn did protect him from most of the shotgun damage. Mr. John,
it, man. It can be a headache.
Mr. John, what goes on hold? I'll be nice and actually put him in cover. There we go, because I'm nice like that. That brings us to Piranha. Ooh. Which was going after the amazing Adolfo, but he disappeared, didn't he?
Excuse me?
Piranha Dog comes out here and is going to bite. Going to bite Mr. William Money. Missing. Paddy Gallagher. Oh, Paddy Gallagher's the one you tried to grab. He is going to attack you with a straight razor. Missing. It's us to Sophia D, who has 2 Piranha Dog swarms beneath her, but I seem to recall you were climbing up, weren't you?
I was climbing up, so I'm above them. I'm on the.
Well,
I'm wanting to go into the hatchy bit now.
okie dokie.
What is?
So 3 inches of movement gets you to the other side of the wall, so you can drop down, as it were.
Oh, that's a door. Cool. I think I'll therefore go. I have to run. Well, it gets me all the way to the door itself. Great. Okay, I'll just open.
You got
this.
another 3 inches. Don't forget.
Do I? Oh, it was 3 inches on.
No, you were
on the other
already up. You went down.
You climbed along the wall and dropped down for 3 inches of movement. Then you move to the door.
Okay.
So you got 3 inches more movement total. Yeah. Which basically puts you in the middle of everyone with guns.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be generous and say obviously it would basically
Put me head around the corner and go.
It'll take you 1 inch of movement to step outside, take a look. You've still got 2 inches of movement left.
Yeah. Where are my allies? Okay.
I'm
So if you want to step back, you can. If you want to move into the room, you can. I'm just giving you the chance because obviously I'm not going to say.
There's a crate right there for some cover too.
There is a crate actually. You could duck behind that crate if you want for cover.
Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to yell out, "Oi, bozos!" Only for some reason I've gone to London and I don't know why. We'll just ignore that. And then stick my tongue out at them, blow a raspberry, go back through the door and slam it shut.
Unless you got to work the room, I'm going to say you just targeted buckshot there. So make your
That's a taunt. That is.
That is a taunt, isn't it? Yeah. Make your taunt roll. Buckshot, distracted or vulnerable?
Distracted.
It is. There we go. Distracted. He's suddenly he's confused by someone shouts on bozos and sticks the tongue out, and he's distracted, trying to work out what's going on. Righty ho, Mousy Vancouver.
Okay, well, I saw Sophie disappear over the wall. I haven't really seen inside yet, and so I'm not paying attention to that. I see these other two swarms,
Yes.
and I know they're going to come for us now, or go looking for her, either or. And I figure Will can. Oh, where'd my map go?
You just vanished off the map. Did you delete
Oh,
your token? Oh no,
Yeah.
no, you didn't. You are still there.
Get them both.
Let's get them both.
Yep. And I get the +2 on the.
Yes, you get +2. Yeah, which you'll have to do as a manual.
Yeah, that's why I was double checking before I roll.
Okay, that's hit with rays on both of them with your ghost bullets for damage.
Oh, I shook them both.
You did. Are you happy with shaking them both?
No, let me Benny one of them.
Okay, go for it. Dice don't like you today.
Well, yeah, I succeeded on the roll, so there's that.
It is, yeah. I won't deny that. By that. By that. That's all that. As they're both shaken. Nicely done. That brings us to Strawhorn.
And now I can see in the barn and go, oh, hell, what'd you guys do now?
He's going to... Actually, no. He can see you standing there, but obviously he's very likely to hit someone else if he shoots at you, Adolfo. So you're okay on that score. He's going to stand to there. However, he stands to there, and then the next thing you see from your perspective, Adolfo, is this guy gets to there, looks through the doorway, and starts backing away quickly from the door. Cultist number 1 gets to here, opens the door, and actually I'll have to run. Runs through the doorway, and then using his ritual dagger, attacks Sophia D. Missing. Cultist number 2 gonna run to there, charging at Mercy Vancouver with a ritualistic dagger. Cultist number 3 is just going to attack the amazing Adolfo.
How very dare you?
Not critically failing, it should be pointed out.
Should turn the fast test off, apparently.
Pardon?
Should turn the fast test off.
I think I have.
I think you haven't.
It doesn't matter. It didn't cause a crash or console error, did it?
For me. It's all right.
I can't turn them off mid-game anyway.
I know, don't worry. I just spotted it. I was just showing the combat tracker with the bennies thing that's been added, where you can drag bennies from the combat tracker now for players.
Oh, cool. Yes.
You've got to open your character sheet up. You can just grab the disc with your number of bennies on it.
Natural selection. Character advances tab. Oh, the chase. Oh, I've got the chase and combat options turned on this one, which we're not supposed to have on at the moment, are we? That might be the problem rather than the... Oh, well, not to worry. I've lost my total train of thought.
It's not blown up yet. Sorry.
Total train of thought. I'm going to move... Going to gang up. We're going to gang up on the amazing Adolfo, I think, here. Some ritualistic dagger action in play. Hitting. Not harming him.
You're in trouble now. That was his favorite jacket.
Boss, I paid real money for this, you know.
That implies that there are times when you don't use real money.
Yeah.
Yeah, the times he takes it off the dead bodies that he's lying next to.
I would no, don't be ridiculous.
I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to have to just disappear for a few minutes.
And that gives us the 1.
Okay, now you said that this was a door.
It is a door.
But I am not seeing any way of opening it to look inside.
It's barred from the inside, but we did determine it's a decrepit barn, so you can just straight.
I bet if you just kick the wood really
Everybody
hard,
was kung fu farting.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with a good solid kick to see if we can get that thing to pop open.
Yeah, don't you guys break boards to practice?
Sorry, meant to roll damage, not.
That's good enough. I'll let you kick. Yeah, you kick a hole through. So, intents and purposes, I will. What I'm looking for. Open the door up. Okay, I think some artwork I can show you at this point. What you can see through the doorway. One. There you go.
Well, that's a real cutie, isn't it?
Indeed.
Does it look like it's mobile? I can't tell if that's roots or feet.
That's a very good question. I'm just
Like a big A to me.
Oodie ha 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 ha.
The A's are rooted into the ground, and the A at
It
the top
certainly
of the A's.
can. I'm not sure if you know at this point, if I'm honest, but yes. I think they look more like feet than roots.
Do the bits look like they stay on top of the ground, or do they look like they go into the ground?
It looks like they stay on top of the ground, I'd say.
Okay. Okay, well, so much for plan A. I was just going to shut the door and say, fire the barn! But if it can run out too, I am going to... So did that count as an attack then, trying to kick the door open?
It's an action, I will say.
It is an act. Well, yeah, that's what I meant. An action. Yeah. Okay. I will go ahead and then for a second action, put a little smite on me. Put a good smite on me.
Indeed.
And that will be my turn.
Sounds good to me. Okay. Pod is going to advance here and duck down behind the crate. Take a shot at Mercy Vancouver. Hitting, I'm afraid to say. Yep, I'm afraid you've potentially been winged, Mercy.
Yeah, potentially.
Potentially, no. You avoid the shot.
She did a Neo and bent backwards, and bullets missed.
She did indeed. He obviously nodded off. He obviously did one of his stay up till midnight games. So it starts again, midnight game. Okay, Piranha Dog Swarm number 1 has recovered from being shaken and will therefore move this way. I think they've got pace of 8, so move it to there and then keep it going to there. The little prairie dogs just start swarming all over Mercy Vancouver, shaking her.
Now, this thing in front of me is just a piranha dog, isn't it? It's not a swarm.
It's not a swarm, it's on its own.
But it's a big one.
Yeah, it's bigger. It's a big one. It's a big one.
That's what she said.
That's a wound upon you as you're completely engulfed and overrun by these prairie dogs with razor sharp teeth. However, they do not. Although they're very annoying, they're nipping at you everywhere. They haven't drawn blood yet.
Them boots you've got there, good quality.
Okey
It's
dokey.
the leather. It's the leather duster.
Okay. Okay. 2 tentacles shoot out from the stall and attempt to grab Strawherd. It desperately flails and avoids it. The other 2 tentacles shoot straight towards you, Juan, through the door. Oh, looks like one of them might have got you.
Sorry about
Mikey, this might hurt. Got slightly there. The one, sir. You'll find you dive to the side as those the tentacles with apparently claws on the end snake out, trying to grapple you and pull you back inside the shed. Okay, Ruby is just going to advance to there, see what's in there, cry out in shock and horror, and attempt to shoot it. Ding. Ooh, I have an NPC hurt it here. No, she fires. That's the end of that one. And last but no means least is Frank Debney. He's obviously activated it. I can't remember what he does after he activates it.
Take your time.
I read all after this fight, but not this bit. Oh, okay. Doesn't. He just sets it free, arrogant enough to think you're in trouble. Oh, okay. I know what he's going to do then.
It's going to get eaten. He's about to fire a gun at someone, then just as he's about to fire it, he gets eaten and goes, "What? You're on my team?" "No, I'm not. I'm a lobster."
No. In fact, actually, no, that isn't what he does. He basically reaches into his pocket, pulls out some cards and throws them up, and they start spinning around him, and then they burst into smoke and ash, and as they disappear around him.
I can do that too, you know.
Said he pulls some playing cards out of He pulls some playing cards out of his pocket and throws them into the air. PowerPoints.
You mean he's not dealing with this?
Dealing with a full deck.
Well, there's no point to deal with the devil if you got PowerPoints. In my opinion.
True.
Other than it's fun.
True. New round, I believe. Yes, it is. With Ruby Zane going first. She shot at the thing. It didn't do anything. She's going to.
A second, I'm not having that. You are having a laugh. 2 cards and I still got a 4.
Mercy Vancouver, you are being swarmed. If you have a swarm, you can back off without them getting a free attack on you, can't you? I don't know.
Yes, you can, because they don't make attacks.
Yeah. But Mercy doesn't need to. She can have it.
And my dust double appears, and it's going to hit this one. Oop. Oh, it's not letting me target. Oh, you're going to have to target for me. It's not like...
I think it is. I think it's just, as you say, it was just... There you go.
Okay, and that's cultist and the one's on what's his face too. Okay.
It is indeed.
+2 still applies.
+2 applies till the end of this encounter. So that's a 4. That's a successful casting.
Yeah, that's good enough. The +2 just saved my ass right there.
It did indeed. Okay, so they're all distracted.
Got to make a strength roll or be thrown back.
Okay, Piranha Dog Swarm 1. Got to roll that 2d6. How far they get thrown away. Okay. 4 inches for that Piranha Swarm. This Piranha Swarm. It's Piranha Swarm, which will be this. Okay. They'll actually, well, it doesn't matter. They'll get blown. They'll literally get blown past you. Cultist number 2 will make a strength check. 3 inches that way, hitting that wall, taking 2d4 damage. 9 points of damage to that cultist. So they basically they're smacked into that wall hard and go down. That just leaves Piranha Dog number 2 to make its strength check. Which it fails miserably and goes smacking into that wall there. Interesting. Taking 2 points of damage, so it's fine. Okay. Not bad.
And then I've still got my move left, so I'm going to go this way to get to the corner. That should barely put me in their reach.
Actually, 2 points of damage means that Piranha Dog's shaken. Yep, you go to there. No problem at all. That brings up to Paddy Gallagher, who will use his straight razor on the amazing Adolfo. Hitting. Doing. Causing the amazing Adolfo to be shaken.
I'll take that.
Well, I figured you were, because obviously you can always choose to unshake a hater, can you? Obviously.
Yes.
He's trimmed your moustache.
It's all right. It's a fake moustache. I can get a
That's
new
it.
one.
See, Strawhorn fires desperately into this stall, doing nothing. Buckshot number 2. Money. Steps to there. And, well, it'll be 2 actions. It's a single barrel shotgun. So he has to, as he moves down there, he loads a new shotgun shell and then fires at Sophia D. Missing. And then the amazing Adolfo unshakes.
Now the shit's really going to hit the fan.
You really shouldn't ought to have done that, so you shouldn't. I don't think I'll be letting you do that again, so I won't. Interesting. I'm trying to use conviction. In there. There we go. That worked. It was just not picking it up.
Ah.
Right, so.
Let me get this straight. Whilst letting the devil out, you've spent a point of conviction.
Yes.
OP much?
Right.
Exactly. I said the shit's going to hit the fan, didn't I? So
I did, yeah.
It slices, it dice.
I'm trying to target cultist 3, 6, and 7, and it's not letting me target cultist 6 and cultist 7. Not. Thank you. Right. And then using my sword cane, I am going to whack each of those 3 cultists.
Oh, you're multi-actioning, aren't you, sir?
I am multi-actioning.
With letting the devil out and a conviction point, that should the -4 on that shouldn't be too much of a hassle.
It shouldn't, I'm hoping. Especially as I'm wild attacking as well.
Nice.
You technically need to target them one at a time if you're not sweeping, don't you?
Good point, I should. But also, that didn't roll an extra die for conviction as well as letting the devil out.
That's probably because conviction is an extra die and letting the devil out's an extra die, isn't it?
So, okay, so that will be against the first one, but it needs to have a whole 1 added to it. So I'll roll damage on the first one and roll an extra d6 on it as well. So I just put a raise on for that one because it didn't get a raise.
I think you rolled enough dice there.
No.
It's a bit of a splat.
So if I now target cultist 6, I will then attack cultist 6. And I need to add 5 more to that.
Making it a 10, which is a hit with a raise.
So I'll then need to add an extra d6 damage.
Is it because the
this
conviction and thingy are not working together? So
they won't work. They won't.
Have you
They
got to
don't
make
work
it
together.
so it's extra 2 dice or something, isn't it?
Yeah. So add another 1 to that, but I think that's still going to get it.
An interesting buggle. We'll have to report it.
Yeah. It's a bit of an edge case. It's not going to happen that often, but. And then cultist 3.
I'll tell you what it probably is. It's probably because they both they probably have extra equals 2D, don't they? Because you can't.
Yeah.
You can't do extra plus 2D. It's an equals thing, if that makes sense. So they are cancelling each other out in the code.
You could do extra 3D.
No, because that would roll a d8 as the extra die.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hit with a raise, so I'll do that, and then I'll roll an extra d6. Which should be enough to kill him. So unless Kev decides to soak, I'll just let that happen.
Okay, so that's 3 die very, very quickly over there.
And then I shall crick my neck and look at Paddy and say, "You're next."
Frank Demney. can do. Perfectly. Do.
He appears to be running away from the big tree thing that only one has seen. All Frank's dice rolls are going to fail now,
What's that?
and you'll get all kinds of error messages because he's in the buggy shed.
For God's sake, that's terrible. That's absolutely awful. In fact, actually, it's. In fact, I'm sorry. I am classifying that as a negative, Benny.
As long as everybody else saves my life, I will keep making the bad joke.
I like the idea of the negative Benny because it still does help everyone. It's just but it encourages you to make absolute awful jokes. I will just punish you because I'll punish you. You won't benefit, but everyone else in the party will.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, that brings us to Sophia D, who is you had a shotgun fired at you and someone attempt to stab you with a very ornate looking dagger.
Did a cultist just try to touch you inappropriately?
They did. Is that a door or a window behind the cult?
Boarded up window.
Okay, so they didn't come through that way. Where did they come from?
They opened the door. They opened the door that you shut.
Oh, that right. I gotcha. Okay, fine.
You went out there, blew a raspberry at them, will shut the door, and ran in here. So he chased you in here, opened the door, and stabbed you. But you dodged.
Seems fair. That's fine. Okay, all good. Right, I am going to multi-action. I am going to cast Smite. I'm going to do it better than that. No, it's still better. Come on, you can do it.
No, you can't.
Come on, dice. Wakey, wakey. Okay, I'm giving up with the smite now. Love that. It's not working. I will just punch the guy then. Oh, come on. I'm also moving around the back of him, so he's between me and the guy with the shotgun.
Okie dokie, I shall accept your move.
Thank you. My dice hate me.
Cultist number 1. Well, he's going to stab you with his dagger. Oh dear.
Looks like a solid hit.
It does rather, doesn't it?
It's all right.
Quite a few-
Sophia D knows what pain is. She wears a corset.
That one does get you a Benny. That's a wound. You were very lucky on some of those dice there. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
You know, corsets have got this one solid metal strip right down the middle. That's where the knife hit.
Obviously is the case. Okay. Right. Cultist 4 is going to step out here, look around, and come over to attack Mercy. And get a 6. Oh my god, I'm on rolling 6 mode. Have you noticed?
Hacker.
Actually, Sophia can't wear a corset. It doesn't bend enough.
Probably not, no.
I'm afraid that's a wound upon Mercy Vancouver. A potential wound, I should say.
Excuse me?
I knew it would only be a potential. Oh, pardon me. Okay. Brings us to cultist number 5. Who is going to... You know, he heard screams. He's not going back. He's going go that way. There. Cultist number 6 is just going to go to there. And A is going to unshake.
Should have brought shotguns.
Going to attack. Strawhorn missing. Then missing. And then William Money removes his shaken status.
Okay. I thought hot iron and whiskey is gone from me.
Lasts the month, doesn't it?
Yeah, I thought it
Yeah.
had gone. Has it been a month?
Yeah, it's a month.
Yeah, I thought it had been a month. I thought you
Gone.
removed it last week, but it's showing on my character sheet again.
It's not showing on the combat tracker, so.
Okay. What am I going to do? I've got a prairie dog piranha thing in front of me and Mr. Buckshot.
Mr. Buckshot gave up hitting you and then turned off and went after Sophia D.
Yeah, I know, but Mr. Buckshot's got a shotgun. But I'm going to shoot the prairie dog first.
Okay.
Well, that's not going to hit a prairie dog, is it?
You should have kicked the prairie dog at Mr. Buckshot.
A 4 should hit, but why didn't it not?
Is a piranha dog small scale and therefore an extra -2 to hit?
Probably. Teeny.
Yes, it is. It's very small. It took an awful long time for it to calculate the miss there, didn't it? That's because someone dragged it on. But that was B. Yes, you need to roll it. You need an 8 to hit it.
Okay, I'm going to miss the...
You missed the piranha dog. Yep.
Second shot is for Mr. Buckknife. Yeah, okay. Mr. Buckshot. Right.
I think they're just called buckshot because they're cultists with shotguns.
I reckon so, yeah.
I reckon so.
You shoot him short range in the back.
This here is Mr. Buckshot, and this is also Mr. Buckshot. No relation.
That is a shaken Mr. Buckshot.
Oh, God damn it! Right, I'll take the shaken.
Okie dokie.
Then the dog's shaken. I'm going to move down here.
Okay, you move down there.
Pass me turn.
And Hod was targeting Mercy Vancouver. Mercy Vancouver ducked out the way. He's going to stop targeting there. He's going to move over, step out this way, going after, using his cover bonus, pass his Colt Frontier at William Money, missing. And Piranha Dog 2 recovers from being shaken and comes after you, Mr. Money. Fighting as he comes. And misses.
I've got
And
light
then,
cover anymore.
and last but not least, on the player side anyway, because you've still got the Piranha Dog swarms after him, is Juan.
Okay, Juan is going to step in through the open-ish door, tumble in through the open-ish door. Get drunk first. He's going to get drunk first, and then he's going to tumble in through the open-ish door.
I don't know what's going on with that door. What the problem? The wall, even though the line of sight's been removed from the wall, it seemed determined to keep the wall line of sight for the wall there for some reason. But anyway,
because it's very difficult. I think what you've got is 2 sets of walls.
Yeah, possibly. I don't actually. If I look at the map, I see what you're saying. Yes, point taken. Yeah, it's a mess.
Yep, okay. Regardless, I poke this thing with my stick.
You poke it with your stick.
Poke. Wow.
I'm afraid you missed. You hit it. That was a good poke, I think. 2 wounds. 2 wounds. One wound.
Okay, that's acceptable.
Oh. Stick.
It's a pokey stick.
It's a spear. Okay, right. That we have that. Sorry, we need time to retcon.
Because it's a wooden thing. Does that make it immune to sticks?
It doesn't make it immune to sticks, but it only takes half damage from piercing weapons. So actually, it's not hurt at all.
Oh dear.
So we know how to do this now. So if we open up your character sheet, we go to your spear, we go down to keywords where it says blade, and we add in piercing as another keyword because I've done a lot of this lately. And then we go over to the Aspen skull crap and open it up and go plant and put in brackets at piercing damage. Oh, how do you do half damage?
Damage /2.
Yeah, probably. Let's give that a try. So
What?
let's
Half.
Yeah, so let's. Yeah, it might be at half, mightn't it?
Mm.
I actually haven't done half damage before. I got used to -4 damage. Oh well, we'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. Look, we can remember. I'll just remember. It's easier.
So did it take 1 point or 2 points, or 3 points or 6 points?
Oh, damn! I just deleted it. Hang on. Ah!
Oh, okay.
No,
Never mind.
No, I'm putting it back. Because I do want to know.
It didn't die.
Right, go on, roll again.
I just figured this was a fast way of testing what it does.
It was a very good way of testing it, wasn't it? So that didn't work.
That's
Maybe
still
it's
called 22 damage.
So let's try half damage. Let's try that. And then try again. I just want to know now. So just one more try and then we'll give up. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Do it in the
We'll figure it
right
out.
order as well.
Yes, I know you got to do it in the right order.
I've got to quickly go AFK for 2 minutes.
No problemo. Right, so I'm just going to cancel all those attacks. But thank you for trying. I will Google how to do that because it's much easier when it's just -4 damage. Piranha Dog Swarm number 1 is over here. It's going to come down here and swarm all over William Money. Or 11 points of damage. Yeah, just picked up the whole combat tracker. There isn't any way to lock the combat. Good. You used to be able to lock the combat tracker, couldn't you?
No, I can't ever recall being able to lock it in place.
It used to be fixed, and then you could move it. Maybe you could just then move it instead. I can't remember. William Money obviously said he was going AFK. We know he's only got 1 penny left. He'd probably still spend it to soak the damage, wouldn't he? There we go. Okay, new round. And Mercy Vancouver gets the Joker. Benny's all around. And there was much rejoicing. Yay!
I'm like, seriously, guys, we're gonna do this all.
Ah, you're a star, sir.
I can't get the ones off Will. And get the one that's on me.
Dookie. Right now, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave it there. Hang on. Where's the center? There's the center. So what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, go ahead and target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm just gonna do that, and we can get rid of your one. There is method to my madness, because now I can target them because they're not underneath a template, but I still have a point of origin for deciding which direction they get thrown.
Yeah, if I succeed here, I got my +2 in play, and I
Yes.
took everybody's advice and changed my dice color. I hate doing this.
Mm.
Yeah, now you got to do their strength roll at -2.
First things first, I've got to distract them all. And then I should just work then I should just work my way down to combat trackers. Number 1 is Hod. Hod fails, makes a strength check, and
Does he carry a lot of
succeeds.
bricks?
Obviously, he didn't move. Cultist number 4.
That at -2, right?
Yep. Makes
He's
it.
going nowhere either.
Cultist number 5. Definitely fails. He's going to hit the wall behind him, taking 6 points of damage, which will shake him. Buckshot. Hit a wall if he fails his strength check. We don't need to roll with. You know what I mean? Because the minimum you can roll is 2 inches, and they're going to hit the wall before that. So we only have to worry about 10 points of damage on Buckshot. Okay, so Buckshot is incapacitated by that Dust Devil. And the Piranha Dog Swarm so it stands fast.
They go to ground.
Indeed. That brings us to... I'm afraid they're still standing, the ones around you, Mercy, so...
And I can't move because they've attacked me. And
well, the cultist gets to attack you. The Piranha Dog Swarm doesn't. You
yeah,
can.
but I still can't move without drawing an attack. So
Yeah, but, I mean, yeah.
I'll stand my ground.
Just stand your ground. No problem at all. That brings us to Hod, who is distracted. He's got all the dust and everything in his face. He is, and obviously, the Piranha Dog Swarms, so that's okay. Oh dear, my evil tactic worked. Hod grins evilly and shoots the Piranha Dog at William Money's feet.
Saw that one coming.
That would be... Oh, yeah, that's enough. That's enough to detonate the Piranha Dog. Okay, so Piranha Dog explodes. That means Piranha... Okay. Mistake. I shouldn't have removed him from the map until after I made a note of what the damage was. Damn it. What perp?
Okay, stop that.
Oh, that's the word I'm looking for. Prairie bombs. I do believe the damage is nitro
Did you
blast.
see the? Did you see this message I just sent you?
Yes, we've already put it in, but thank you. Thank you for
My
that.
dog's got the zoomies, I'm sorry.
Okie dokie. So the piranha dog at William Money's feet explodes after Hodge shoots it, completely obliterating the piranha dog swarm that was going after Money. However, Money is blasted into the air by the shock force of the blast. When he lands hard. If you wound unless he soaks it. Blasted into the air, but he manages to land on crouched down on one knee.
3 points,
one
zero
fist.
landing.
Yep. Okie dokie. That's Hodge go. That brings us to the amazing Adolfo. Your conviction is going to expire.
I will spend a penny to keep it going.
Red Wizard needs food badly.
Green Elf.
Is about to die.
Well, I'm hoping Paddy Gallagher's about to die, so I am multi-actioning and I am wild attacking again because he has got me all angry.
Blue Valkyrie shot the food.
It's always Blue Valkyrie that does that, isn't it? Right. So
got my best friend round. We haven't played Gauntlet. I don't know how much we spent in 10p's in the arcades on it years ago. We probably played it for 2 hours on Battles Area, which is a Linux retro thing. Obviously, all you had to do was press the start button to put 10p's in.
Yeah.
Good fun though. Good old name.
I wasted so much money on that machine.
I did too.
Right, so there's my conviction added to that.
We also played Golden Axe, which is another game I wasted an awful lot of money on.
That was such a good game.
It's really short. I've forgotten how short it is if you actually complete. Okay, that's a hit.
So yeah, that turns into a hit on Paddy Gallagher. So I just put the raise on that. Affects the extra conviction die. Well, that's no good. We're going to Benny that. That was so nearly a 6. Right. Hang on.
Stoking the damage.
I hadn't finished.
Now I'll put it back and turn it into 26 then.
Yeah.
Soak it again. Means it takes 2 wounds. As opposed to being incapacitated.
And then I'll hit him a second time.
This is the last thing you get.
Yeah, fair enough. Go for it. Hang on, it didn't do the. Oh, that's the damage. Ignore me. Carry on.
Yeah.
And there's the extra die for the conviction.
Yeah, but if I put that in, then you won't be able to use the cheat of doing the extra. Anyway, go on then. You can't turn on the hit with.
No, I can't turn on the hit with the raise, but I'll just have to roll an extra die on top of that afterwards. And then an extra 2 on top of that.
I get 15. Be 2 wounds, so he'll spend his last penny in a desperate attempt to not bleed out. Which he is. He's still standing.
Okay, that's fine. I don't mind him still standing. I'm going to walk away from him now. and come over and get Strawhorn.
Hits you as you walk away. And before you say, hang on, he's shaken, there you go. But you're unharmed, so you go after Strawhorn.
Yeah, I shall ignore his feeble attempts.
Indeed.
Must be the blood in his eyes messed him up.
Quite possibly.
There's the extra die on Strawhorn.
Turns that 6. You miss.
Is it still a miss?
Got a 3 plus 3 is 6, and a 6 is a miss. Hang on, you targeted yourself.
Did I? I thought I was targeting Strawhorn.
No, ignore me. I'm being an idiot. 6 is a hit. I apologise.
Thought it was. So I'll put the raise on for the extra die for conviction. And I'll slam Strawhorn's head into the wall.
Indeed.
Murderer.
And as I can see through the door, I'll say, "You're right in there, Mr. Hong."
Chui Feng Chao What Jingle.
Is it Mandarin or Cantonese you speak?
It's Cantonese.
Because it was Cantonese I meant to take, not Mandarin. So I shall respond to you in Cantonese.
This thing doesn't poke, is what I said.
Ah. Then I shall respond in Cantonese with, "Try using the other end."
I can't believe, given what that looks like, that it isn't scary, but apparently it isn't. Well, you know, it might be scary, but it doesn't cause fear.
Doesn't look scary to me. It looks like a big A to me. What's he supposed to look like?
Well, actually, scary. Oh, hang on. That's 1 inch too many. 3 inches gets him to there.
It's got lots of teeth.
Actually,
for a tree, it has way too many teeth.
Like a shark.
No, this makes a shark think it's got too many teeth.
Shangshi Xiangling Yudan.
See if I can get better, shall we? See if I can get better. Yep, got the raise. That's what I wanted. Wrong power. I'll just change it. Okay. Suddenly you feel less competent, Mr. Adolfo. And what happens is you suddenly notice you hear something, and then you see these playing cards sort of appear around you and slowly fade into you.
I'm afraid, Kev, you're going to have to remove the parry -2 from that lower trait.
Why's that?
Because lower trait can't lower a trait below D4.
Oh, fair enough then.
And I've got D4 fighting, so you've cast lower trait on me and can't actually make it any worse than it is.
Well, it's actually be a D4 -2, don't forget.
No, it doesn't go to unskilled.
Ooh, well, there we go. Cool. He doesn't know that, and that's why I'll keep
No,
it
he
in.
doesn't. He doesn't know that, but he's cast it on me, and it's actually had no effect.
No effect whatsoever, which is fine. Given the way you've been blapping people left, right, and centre, it was a safe assumption to do. Is my opinion.
Your fighting is D4.
My fighting's D4. Yes.
But that's the point. Crap out of him, 3 guys. Yeah.
That's the point. Is that I'm doing it in terms of I'm not looking at your stats because I'm trying to play fairly. You've been caning through things with your sword cane like there's no tomorrow, and therefore he thinks you're a dangerous fighter.
Yes, absolutely.
Sophia D, you're up.
Okay, let's see if I can do a little bit better this time, shall we? Well, there's only one of them now, so I'm going to risk wild attacking. Would you be willing to put that on for me, please?
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You did get razor sliced from behind and shaken, I'm afraid, Mr. Adolfo.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
I know.
A long reach that, Paddy, has he?
Definitely.
It's just within the shade, so as far as... Yes. He's limping. He's bleeding badly.
Mm.
Oh, cultist is shaken, which means you can back off if you want to.
No, I'll be okay, I think. There's only him and me. I think I can cope with this one.
He's going next. I meant to wild attack and I forgot. Oh, well, what a shame. Never mind. Cultist number 4, however, will. I'm getting a little frantic and frenzied now. Wild attack on Percy Vancouver, missing. Cultist number 5 remains shaken where he got knocked into that door. Cultist number 12. Wouldn't actually, no. Cultist number 12 saw what was out there, so he's going to basically he's going to run.
Run, Forrest. So they're piranha dogs. Are they working for the bad guys? Are they, or are they just random piranha dogs?
Pets would be more appropriate, wouldn't
the larger piranha dogs were trained, but they've all exploded.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about that swarm. Is that swarm going to eat that cultist next to Sophie? Not Sophie, next to her.
It did last round. Did last round?
Oh, excellent.
Oh, why not? Just time. Mind you, actually, if it goes wrong, he's in trouble. Yeah, why not? Time to be mean.
Hong Hui, Young Ho Shasita.
Oh, okay, that's fine. 3 shots ring out. All 3 miss. Hasn't got the fan the hammer, which is what I planned to do. Mr. William Money, sir.
No, I see. Like that, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've unslung my Winchester and I'm going to shoot Hod first.
Well, he did just explode a prairie dog at your feet. It's a miss.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, -2 because of the multi-action. Okay. Oh, hang on. I was meant to do this and I forgot.
Well, roll a d6.
These are different dice now.
Roll a d6. Okay, so that's a 5 on Hod, not a 3.
That's a hit, isn't it?
You hit him, so you can now roll for damage. Okay, so that's Hod down. You shoot him straight, fair and square in the chest, and he goes down hard.
Now it's Ruby Zane's go.
Okay, you hit her with a raise. Roll for damage. Likewise, Ruby Zane dropped after a single. They're 2 gunshots, and Hod and Ruby drop.
I'm going to come here and peek around this corner, see if I can see anyone. Okay. So I'm still peeking around that corner, and then I'm going to pass my turn.
Okay. The piranha dog swarms, biting and chittering it madly, shaking Mercy and the cultist. And okay, here we go. Ooh, this could get interesting. Right, 2 tentacles whip out the doorway and go straight towards the amazing Adolfo. He's just within its reach. 1 hits.
Okay.
Let's see. Get the raise so you're not grappled. You take a wound.
Okie doke. Well, I will try and soak that, and my conviction should still be on, even though it's not, because I did pair Benny to keep it going.
Did you drop it on the? Did you drop it on the conviction?
There's no one in your stream said let the bennies flow.
No, I
no one watching.
I dropped it in the chat window because it's not been letting me drop anything on the combat.
Okay,
tracker.
that's fine. That's fine. I didn't notice. I apologise. Anyway, I've turned it back on for you.
Thank you. Although have to add, I won't need to add manually to that because that soaked it anyway.
Okay, you soak it, and then I'm going to do the same thing, but to 1 instead. I'm evil. I'm not the planters. Still no raise, even though, so that's okay. Okay, that's 2 wounds on 1, I'm afraid to say. Maybe not. Oh, yes. 1 deftly dodges to the side, avoiding the blows. Meaning that last but no means least deals 1.
Kill it, 1.
Don't have any. I figured out.
I will shake the box of matches I've got in my offhand.
And I figured out why it might not be
John Watt
taking for that spear is because the spear also has blade.
Ah.
And it may be
they do stack now. It's very impressive, especially as now because I said it needs to do it now. Modifications can have keywords. So and he's written it. Although I couldn't get it to work in Savage Pathfinder, I need to bug him about that. There's actually a thing on the Forge where you can load it and it will show all the keywords for every item. It's meant for debugging, but believe me, they all do stack. It's quite a lot of fun. The keywords work really well now.
That's with the versus thing, isn't it?
Yeah, the versus thing's very good. So I spent ages going through every monster and every item and magic item.
What about things with weaknesses? Have you added stuff for that?
Yes, that's all done. For Savage Pathfinder, it's all done. However, I do have to go back through every living magic item because the keywords, the enchantment keywords, weren't being added when I did them. So I've got to go back through and bloody do them again, annoyingly. But that was because there was a bug. But that's okay.
Does that mean if people do trappings on their powers, they can then put a keyword into the power and the damage from the power will apply and stuff like that as well?
Yes. In fact, you are supposed to put trapping keywords in. So if you're casting fireballs, you should put fire in. So that you will automatically do extra damage against things with weaknesses to fire.
Awesome.
The only thing it can't do is, unfortunately, is there's no way to do Banes automatically
and sneak attacks.
And sneak attacks because keywords are applied after the attack rolls and the damage rolls, not before.
Yeah, damage tab to 8. It did do it. Whatever you have set up, it did do
yes,
it. Damage
it
tab
did
to
do
8.
it. Yep. It did, didn't it?
Mm.
It's nice.
Let me go ahead and re-roll the damage once.
The trick is knowing the correct phraseology, which reminds me, I need to give bennies. I gave a Benny to the Amazing Adolfo. I should give a Benny to Will Money because he did actually tell me, and I forgot to give him a Benny because I'd already set it
I
up.
can't believe he didn't give me a Benny for that, man.
Well, it was
Sure,
helpful,
yeah.
but I already realised I'd done it. I just realised I hadn't given you the Benny that you
All right,
deserve for telling
I'll
me,
let you-
even
all
though
right.
I already knew it at that point, because you'd be beaten to it.
Okay.
I think you need to. What, Mr. Oh, look at that Joker! Joker's all round thanks to Mercy. That's the second time Mercy's given everyone bennies today.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was
John
coming
Watt,
off
John
hold there.
Waters, John Watts
I
appeared.
requested interrupt.
Oh, John,
Hello.
Hello.
what have you been doing sleeping in that bush? Wake the fuck up.
A wild what appeared.
Well, I was
Okay.
scared because I'm scared of trees and it's like bushes. I
Mr. Watts.
started off very stunned, though. I mean, I've lost the plot, I'm afraid, but I was so scared. Wasn't I? I ended up having a nap.
Okay, Mercy Vancouver draws her Bowie knife and slashes at the cultist.
And with him out of my way, I'm gonna die. You said the piranhas don't get an attack of opportunity, right?
No, because they're a swarm. They're a swarm.
And before you move,
I'll put you
tracker.
back where you were, Mr. Watt, before I hid you.
And before you move the tracker,
Yes.
Mercy, I'm going to go on a Joker as well.
Okay, you have fun with that.
Okay, I can do that. I can just browse the main deck. I can scroll down wherever you are on the combat tracker.
Way down at the bottom again.
No, you're on the Queen of Hearts.
Oh, am I? Oh, okay. I thought it was down at the bottom again.
No.
Whatever.
Actually,
That's okay. I still want the Joker bonus, so.
I know. I'm just going to give you the red Joker. I'm going to give you the red Joker. I made the mistake of giving you the black Joker. If I give you the red Joker, you'll be after Mercy with the Joker, if that makes sense.
Right. It's all good.
So now Mercy can end her turn after moving, because now Juan's got a Joker. It just moved you up the combat tracker. That's the great.
Oh,
That's the
wait.
sort of thing.
We've got two Jokers this round.
No, only one Joker. I play as if I had a Joker.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I know.
give bennies.
Joker, we've had several Jokers, and I think I have one. Yeah. Just
Oh, playing the odds.
yeah, plenty odds. We've had a few Jokers come up. Now it's
Oh, just in range.
Two parry plus 2 toughness. Okay. Till the next Joker comes up, which of course is completely random because there you go.
but the only ones that wouldn't apply, would it apply to? Am I close enough to
No.
Adolfo?
No, you and Sophie are the only ones.
Well,
Will
no,
was just in range.
yeah, well,
That's what I said, you and Sophie.
However, bearing in mind, it is anyone within 5 inches of you gets it. So as soon as you move around, it will change who gets the bonus. And if people move towards you, they'll get the bonus. It doesn't say when you play it, it's until the next Joker is dealt, anyone within 5 inches of you gets plus 2 parry and plus 2 toughness.
okay, that works too.
But likewise, so at the moment it's you and Sophia. If you move towards Adolfo and Juan, then Sophia would lose it. You know, that's how it works, basically.
Okay.
Juan holds
Juan is going to cast Smite on his hands and feet. Juan is going to cast Smite on his hands and feet so I can just punch this thing.
Sounds good to me.
And I will punch this thing.
You hit it.
Oh, let's Benny that. That was crap.
You did shake it.
Yeah, that was still crap. Looks like crap's what I'm going to get, though. Oh,
That's
that's right. I
wound.
got the... Yeah.
That's the wound. Okay, I do have bennies, so I'm going to spend one to soak the damage.
I kick a couple branches off.
You do indeed. Yeah, I have the ruling I've got these days is basically for soaking purposes. If a wild card has bennies, he will use them to soak. I won't use GM bennies to soak unless it's the big bad and the fight goes over too quick.
And if you will reset my smite to 5 rounds, since I've put it on a different weapon at this point, please.
I will do so. There we go.
Okie doke.
Okie dokie doke. Okay, it's going to be. It's time to carve up the contortionist. I think that's a miss. That cultist remains shaken. He's gonna open that door and run into the toilet. In the door behind him. This cultist also is going to wildly attack at Sophia. That gets us to Sophia.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
You got the boost this time around, so.
Yeah. Mostly protect boost. I will wild attack both. I'll put on the extra action if you put on the wild for me, please.
I will indeed.
And you know what? Let's just make it a bit better.
Everybody's convicted this.
Yep. It would raise. Two wounds. That's the end of that cultist. Did with raise. Not been a good day to be a cultist today.
I went running by that door and I said, "You got this, Sophie."
Look at that.
You bet I do.
Okay, that's two more. Another two cultists bite the dust. Oh, 4 inches gets you to there, and then obviously I forgot you'd already been out there, so you probably had views. But you know what I mean. I thought you've got 2 more inches of movement. I just moved you to the doorway to this because I forgot you hadn't. You know what I'm trying to say. On the side.
Yes.
Master John Watt. Well, there's not many bad guys left now, but it's over to you, sir. Assuming Sophia presses ends her turn.
As a test.
Piranha's dog swarm.
But it's not a test.
I think you stepped over in the bushes looking for your pants while we were fighting, dude.
He forgot he had them on.
We'll have higher than a 3.
What are you doing to the piranha dog swarm?
We'll take the 6. Right, saving throw versus 6 against
Yeah, because I really don't know what you did there, because you rolled weird science rather than any specific power, so I have no idea what you're going to
make
do.
a spirit roll of 6.
Like that?
They failed, right? Okay, I shall pick them up and spray them against the I can hit the side of a barn with them.
It's a swarm.
It doesn't make a difference.
He's picking them all up and throwing them against the wall.
Point taken. I will take that back. Yes.
It's now an airborne swarm.
Splat.
The swarm splattered against the wall. Welcome back, John.
Indeed.
Forgot your pants.
He doesn't forget his pants anymore. He got rid of that, didn't he?
Left them in the woods. He left them in that bush.
But
He
Yeah,
might have
I-
he might have lost the hindrance, but he didn't lose the the
Character
amusement
trait.
he
well, no, it's a
provided
wee
all
bit
of
worse
us.
now. I remember I put my pants on, but I've started talking to my spanner. That's not funny. That could have serious repercussions later on in the campaign.
And he puts the pants on the spanner.
Mr. William Money, sir.
I see this cultist go through this door, so I'm going to go to the door, kick it open.
Yeah, he's sat on the toilet.
Yep. And then I'm going to shoot him.
Are
What is
you
this,
going to
Jurassic
main?
Park?
Oh, it's
I was
more like Unforgiven.
I was
The
thinking
geezer
more
sitting
Game
on
of
the
Thrones.
crapper.
Yeah, because you're not a T-Rex. My mistake.
If you want to maintain your conviction, don't forget to spend a penny before you end your turn. Okay, you hit him.
I didn't hit him. I blew him up through the wall.
Yeah, you probably did actually. When you gotta go, you gotta
Was
go.
that a fire? Because there's a lot of methane buildup in that area.
No, it was just a Winchester.
Then I'm going to move down to there.
Like an inch because you'd already moved an inch to get to the door.
I got an 8-inch move. So,
I apologise.
and then I'll pass my turn.
Right. Okay. I'm going to have this chappy move to there. He's going to vomit.
Delicious.
Oh, nice.
Get your wok out. Start cooking.
Ew.
All plants. It's very healthy.
Healthy vomit. Really?
All plant, yeah.
Ew.
It's yakking up carrots and
Venus
sweet corn.
flytrap is a plant. If it throws up, I ain't eating what it produces.
Green gloop from its maw in a cone template. Let's say it has to roll. Interestingly. But it is an area of effect, isn't it? Which you can, but you both get a chance to evade it.
So does Paddy Gallagher, I guess. Oh no, it doesn't get the round bit.
It doesn't get the round bit of Paddy's. Paddy's okay.
If it says it can be evaded, it can.
It doesn't say it can be evaded, but it's an area of effect. An area of effect attacks can always be evaded, can't they? Can they not?
Not always.
Not really, no.
But in fact, you don't get it. You don't. In that case, it doesn't say you can be invaded, so you can't be evaded.
In Pathfinder, it says that it will tell you it can be evaded if it can, but it doesn't say that
Yeah.
in Swade.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You're both okay. I was just seeing what would have happened. You're both fine. However, the walls and everywhere that it hits starts dissolving.
Oh, good.
One just taking 2 wounds.
He had
Yeah.
to. He evaded it. I was just rolling.
Are you just being
because
mean to scare
I was
everyone?
just trying to scare people. Yes. The amazing Adolfo, you're up, sir.
God. What?
Right,
Vomit
so
and green
this-
acid? Where'd you get
So
that idea from?
this was a barn, yes?
It is a barn.
Yes.
It is a barn, yeah. So
Horse barn, yes.
so spending a penny to change the narrative. This room is full of dry straw, isn't it?
There's some on the floor amongst the bodies. That's your belly to.
I'm spending a penny to change the narrative so that there's plenty of dry straw.
You're gonna have to show me that rule somewhere. But carry on.
And
I don't think that exists anymore.
What
Carry on.
rule?
pretty sure
The one for changing narrative of Benny. Yeah, it does exist.
You just wish it didn't.
I just wish it didn't.
and then I'm going to flick a lit match into the dry straw.
Only if the
underneath
gem
that
agrees,
coal
though, isn't it?
Yeah, but you have
Yeah.
to give him the bunny back if you don't agree.
I agree. Yeah, I understand that. It's a perfectly reasonable one, unfortunately, this time.
Yeah, exactly. But we want players that do that kind of stuff anyway because they're playing the rules.
Of course they are. Yeah, I'm joking. You know me.
So
Winch,
mean.
winch, mate.
Kevin. You're so mean.
He is. He's so mean.
He's a meanie. He's not a blue meanie, just a meanie.
So then I'm going to come through the door, flick a lit match into the pile of dry straw underneath the aspen skull trap, and say "Yonko Shasita" and barrel Juan out the door. That's my intent, anyway. In the hopes of setting it on fire and not either of us.
Well, sure, athletics roll then.
I shall make an athletics roll, and I won't. You know what? I will try and maintain my conviction. Let's see if it'll let me do it this time.
Influence the story.
I'm trying to spend a penny to keep my conviction going as well, but it doesn't seem to be. No, it's not letting me do it.
This one is entirely up to the game master, who may allow a character to spend a penny to find an additional clue if you're stuck, come up with some mundane but needed item, or push a non-player character into being a bit more agreeable.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to change what you said. I was just curious what the official ruling was. Technically speaking, if you take it its most literal, you can't do that, but I like it, so I'm going to allow it.
I think dry straw is quite mundane, and I need it.
I'm fed up with this line of sight problem, so I'm going to turn off line of sight because it's bugging me now.
Oh, I can see.
Okay.
Well,
so,
there's definitely two separate sets of. I hate the fact that. I'm drawing some walls. I'm going to click onto something and then click back and draw some walls. I'm going to draw the new walls on a new layer.
Yeah. So that's a 9 to set things on fire and get Juan out, and I will, because it won't let me do it on the combat track for some reason. I'm going to spend another penny to maintain that conviction, so it carries on to next round as well.
Where is the twat gone? I mean, what's his face?
He's probably invisible.
The card dealing guy. Freddy Krueger, whatever his name is.
Oh, for crying out loud! There's a formatting error. This bloody thing does cause fear. Oh well, too late now.
That didn't go so well.
Yeah, I was scared of it.
That's why he set fire to the straw.
Yeah. And I'll end my turn as soon as Kev maintains the conviction for me.
You can do that yourself.
No, I've not been able to. It's not been letting me do it.
You're broken your combat tracker. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty because you got the other thing on as well, isn't it?
It could be.
What other thing?
The letting the devil out.
It could be.
Okay. Fire has started. Paddy Gallagher is over here. He is going to run in his bleeding state. Hang on, he's taken 3 wounds. What? That should be affecting his pain.
It should.
Hang on. Damage. His toughness is 10. Slash DMG 6 rather, which means so I need to roll a 10 to wound him, a 14 to double wound him, and 18 to give him 3 wounds. Yeah. Okay, I was just having a mad moment there. Okay, so NPC running is broken then. I'll pull that one. Okay, but anyway, 11 minus 3 is 8, so still there. Makes a spirit check. Fails miserably.
Which means he panics and runs away. because he's
No, he's a wild card. He panics and runs away.
Runs in there, runs back out again.
He's also shaken. Runs back the way he came. Rank.
Did he just put the fire out, the little bugger?
You don't know. You don't know. But from your perspective there, yes, the fire did go out. You don't know why. Maybe the straw was damp. Okay, Mr. John, what is first?
Where did Debney go?
A toodle inside.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know. I can't see that. I wouldn't have been able to see that fire from where I am.
No.
Right. Because I was going to relight it.
Yeah,
fair
okay.
enough.
That back on, and then let me work out if I can work out which is broken. That one off doesn't change anything. But if I turn
I'm going to
that
quickly
one
spend
off,
a penny to try and get a better colour. Because that free is rubbish.
There we go. It was the drawing the doors on that. Drawing the doors. Yeah, I see what happened.
Is that so you can remove some of this wall because some of that wall isn't there because it got melted?
Melted? It's wood. You don't melt wood.
Well, it did with acid. I suppose acid technically burns.
There we go. Let's do that. That's rather in keeping, isn't it? Now you could actually see through the. I think you guys should be. Can you see through that door now?
The one next to Will Money. Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, that's good. That means I fixed the line of sight issue. Okay, weird science.
Unless she like failed a roll of 4, I suppose I could bend it again, couldn't I? One for the road and all that. Nah, unless he's rolled less than a 4.
Who?
Paddy.
You see, I don't know these things because you're not targeting people. If you don't target people, I don't know what you're up to.
But yes, I am targeting them. So,
oh, you are? I apologise.
Aye, but we're not using fast tests, are we?
Fast test is broken.
Broken, right, okay. So he needs a 4. Beat a 4. Using a spirit check. Which you'll probably do because he's a wild card.
He's beat up.
Doesn't matter because after your go, I'm going to get a go because I just used the card and got a better thing and I'm going to shoot him in the head.
So what happens? He failed.
So if he fails, he will take...
pennies!
Hooray!
what we'll do is...
So
he will take some non-lethal damage. I just want to squeeze a bit. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
The actual line was Benny's not let the Bennies flow, but I'll allow it anyway.
Right, can I just choke Paddy, please? I find his lack of faith disturbing.
Very good. Okay, you choke him and down he goes. Mercy, Vancouver.
No, Will Money.
Will Money.
Yeah, he's
on the page now.
Go there.
Okay, you go there.
And I'm going to shoot this dog thing with my gun. Giant plant.
Dog thing. It's not a
Giant
yeah.
dog plant. It looks like
It's
a giant
just-
dog plant to
Right,
me.
I need a fear check from you at -2.
What
A
kind
fear
of
check
dogs
at
have you
-2.
met? I don't want to know where you come from because those aren't dogs to me.
Okay, you pass your fear check.
So what is that around its neck?
Egg sacs?
That looks like a skull.
It's a skull and yeah, lovely. It looks delicious. See, told you we can have that for dinner later.
That's Chewbacca's head, that is. The one at the back.
It bites off people's heads and sustains itself on their fear as they slowly rot away in transparent sacks. Because it's not managed to grapple any of you yet. Basically, if it grapples you, it pulls you in and bites your head off. But it hasn't managed to grapple any of you yet. You annoying individual player characters.
And it looks like a total birch.
Oh, that's awful.
So it's a mother.
And the reason he said dog is because he's barking up the wrong tree.
For crying out loud.
You might think it's a birch. I think that's a total aspen.
All right, okay, that's it. No more plant-related jokes will receive Benny's for the next 10 minutes.
He's weeding all those out.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to empty the revolver into the thing.
Okay, go for it.
And it's he's going to use the ghost gun, obviously. So
okay. Before you do that, we need to make a slight change to your character sheet. Combat.
Is it a servitor? I don't know.
Wait, John, why?
It's nothing. It doesn't. Weaknesses don't affect this today.
He's using the ghost. If he's using the ghost gun, then it won't matter that it's piercing because the ghost gun overcomes that.
Point taken. I shall remove piercing from its effects. Off you go.
I've got 2 bennies to spend in case any of this doesn't kill it.
And John isn't within 5 feet of me, and Will isn't now, but he was. The effects of that card.
He's not. He's got to be. It doesn't. He's not there. So. Oh, John is though. Yes.
Yeah, but John is.
John is. Yeah.
I just realized. Oh wait, they were all moving around, and that's hard to track.
It is annoying, isn't it?
You know, Kev, it was unfair of you to weed out all the plant jokes just because
that's 6. That's 6 hits, wasn't it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 hits. So just roll 6 times for damage. It's a wound. 5 to go.
Can you have 40 points of damage, please?
I hate you lot.
The wound is that.
Oh, hang on a minute. Did we have any? We didn't have any jokers in this round, did we? And because your money is at the top of the combat tracker, this is technically the beginning of the round.
No, it's not the beginning of the round.
It is. He's at the top of the combat tracker.
He's at the top of the combat tracker because he dealt himself a card in the middle of combat. We are 3 people down, so there you are.
I just jumped ahead of John Watt, so I'm really and then John Watt played, so you didn't notice.
He didn't play that at the start of the round. I'm afraid that card does not count.
You best give it back then.
I know, but for some reason it's saying I don't have the deck turned on.
Well, then it'll have to stay.
Alice, you wouldn't have accepted that.
See what? I'll let the card stay, but I'll apply 5 wounds to you first, Davis. How's that sound?
40
okay.
40 points of damage is 4 wounds. I just dragged the 4 wounds onto the.
I've already done it.
Oh, you've already done it. So he's dead then.
Well, you've still got to no, because I might soak it.
No, roll all your damage.
Roll all your damage. For crying out loud, 6 seconds. Roll all your damage.
Yeah, well, everyone started playing cards. So.
Oh, chill.
You should know when I'm joking by now. That's no damage, no damage. So on the first 3 more
second
rolls,
and third.
please. Yes, thank you. I've lost the ability to count
and speak.
I know that feeling. I get that all the time.
Wow, I'm just doing. How many shots is that down that didn't work?
That's 4. You need 2
That's
more.
4. You've got 2 more. Just keep rolling 11s.
Got
I'll
one-
be fine with
I've
that.
got one more.
You got 2
No,
more.
you had 6 hits. 2 more.
6 hits. The first hit done 40 damage.
Just roll
Right.
2 more damage rolls,
Roll
please.
2 more damages. Trust
I'll
us.
have the extra rolling if you want.
Okay, that's 17, and your final damage roll, please.
And then I've got 2 bennies to spend as well.
Okay, so let's see what happens. Two wounds soaked. It's still standing. So after taking 40 points of damage, it's still standing with 2 wounds. Okay, your next damage didn't harm it. Do you want to Benny it?
Yes.
Okay, spend the Benny and roll the damage.
I'm just going to spend the 1 benny, I think.
Okay. That did nothing. Okay, so that did nothing. That did nothing. The damage that just should have shaken it does nothing because the plant is hardy. Net result of that is 1 wound left, which I shall now attempt to soak. So you empty 6 rounds into the thing, and it takes 2 wounds.
Yeah, but the question is it hardy? Because then it would be 2 wounds shaken, and then it would take shaken.
It is hardy.
It's hardy. That's what I said. What part of it's hardy? Yeah, exactly. Right. Now it's Mercy Vancouver's go.
Well, I don't know. I'm not Alan Titchmarsh. I don't know what's hardy.
Okay, I'm gonna have to run, so I'm gonna run because I saw Will shooting at something. So
If it's a plant, I should just try and grow it. It's guaranteed to kill it.
yeah, I'm gonna be able to get. I'm gonna be able to get to the door, pause and look at what Will was shooting at,
And decide not to go in there.
Make a fear check at minus. Make a fear check at -2. Because you've seen it now. That's a foul. That's a foul because of the fear level. That's a foul.
Okay, one more time, and then I'm just gonna keep moving. Once I see it, I'll move
Yeah.
again.
Well, we get
no.
exactly. Make the fear check. That's a fail.
Oh, and I'm gonna go. Oh, like hell no! And I'm gonna run up here because I still had some movement left.
Okay, so put a +2 modifier in and make a roll on the fear table, please. Don't roll a 20.
You say that because that jinxes people. You know that.
No. I really say it because I really don't want anyone to roll a 20. Okay, so you take one look at it and decide no, and shake yourself.
If anybody rolls a 20 before the end of this fight, I've got a way to save.
That's okay.
You can take the bonuses off of Sophie and John.
I put one on William Money instead. Yes.
I didn't renew my conviction. Bollocks.
I have in a con game in the first round of combat, a guy had a heart attack.
When we did the duel in this game, the first round, I looked at the guy, I gave him my evil eye, and he just fell over dead. It's like, well, that was short.
I forgot. Yeah, we did have a heart attack. Okay, Sophia L's running.
And that's where I take a check, right?
It is. Your conviction's still up at the moment.
Good.
You failed your fear check.
I'm better.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, because running should not affect a fear check. You pass your fear
Thanks
check.
very much.
Hang on. No, you didn't put the -2 in for the modifier, so you do fail. Sorry.
Okay, then I will Benny the fear check.
Sorry.
I'm getting very confused.
Well, there's not a -2 for running, but the creature's so scary it causes a -2 on the penalty.
One more, Benny, and if I still fail, then I'll just accept it.
That's looking promising.
That's better.
That's much better. You will now get your... You've got your parry and toughness, so that's okay. So your conviction's going to run out unless you want to spend a Benny to maintain it.
Maintaining, definitely maintaining.
Okay, your conviction's maintained.
I would like, if it's okay, to cast a spell before the end of my turn. I realise if I run, that'll be a -2, but it should automatically do that.
It should automatically do that, yes. What spell are you casting?
I would like to cast Smite on myself and Adolfo, please.
Okie dokie, go for it.
Yay.
What are you casting Smite on for yourself and Adolfo? Because don't forget, you cast it on a specific weapon.
Me, my knuckles. What have you got in your hands, Paddy?
I
sword
switched
cane.
from... No, I didn't. I switched from my sword cane to my tomahawk in the last round. And if you look in my inventory, you'll see that it is the tomahawk that is equipped.
That's absolutely fine. I trust you. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Oh, you must have already put it on. I didn't realise when I dragged it on.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
I dragged it on and then...
You got the raise, so you
dragged on the wrong one anyway.
You dragged the wrong one anyway. Yep, I'll let you end your turn.
So, yeah. Thank you. I shall. There we go.
And then I'm afraid I am going to have to murder you.
I thought you might. Somehow I saw that coming.
I'll spend a Benny on that. And I'll spend another Benny on that. And I'll give up.
Oh.
You're not sure why, but you instinctively duck to one side at just the right time. I'm not sure what's going on, but you definitely heard cursing in front of you. Almost as if someone was there trying to stab you. You can't see them. Okay, the Aspen is up next, so I'm just going to have to claw Sophia instead.
Does it unshake? Because it was still shaken at the end of... when
it's unshaken.
It did it? Okay.
Okay, so that's a hit but no raise upon Sophia. I don't get to bite her head off. Not that it's immediate. Obviously, they've got to draw you in and all that, but yeah. But you do take 2 wounds as the tentacles slice at you.
Look at that.
You're fine with your conviction going. I think I might have got a good hit on the amazing Adolfo there. I think I've got 2 good hits on the amazing Adolfo, I'm afraid to say.
Okay.
Interesting.
So a wound and 4 wounds.
Yes, it's only showing one. It's only showing one of the wounds on you. I'm just going to dump the other one. There you go. A wound and 4 wounds.
Oh. Well, we'll try and soak that one.
Soaks one of the wounds.
You need to do better than that.
Which, hang on, does have that added to it.
Turns it into a 10.
Yeah, extra.
So that will soak 2 wounds.
It will. And then I will put a Benny on.
Except those were rolled in opposite order. So if you roll for the 1 and can successfully soak it, you will only take 2 wounds.
Yes.
I was going to point out, and well, to my mind, you take the damage and then you can decide which wounds to apply to anyway. But the point being is, technically speaking, if you go for the 1 first and negate it, then there's no penalty on going for the 2s. Technically, what I have to do now is apply the 2 wounds, and then you've got to try and negate the 1 wound with 2 wounds taken.
But they were rolled 1 wound and 4 wounds.
Yes, I know.
So he should be attempting to soak the 1 wound first.
He doesn't have to, though, does he? That's the point I'm trying to make. But yes, I'm not going to argue the toss. I'm going to let you roll. If you can negate the 1 wound, it's all I don't mind. You could also argue they were simultaneous damage, and therefore you apply all the wounds afterwards, which I would also let's say. Don't forget, it was I think basically you tried to, my take on this one is because they were simultaneous attacks. All the wounds are applied at the same time and all the soaking's done at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Is my interpretation of that. So the net result is you take 2 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And he's knocked your hat off.
Yes.
If it had been like multiple attacks, that's different. Then you do have to deal with the wounds in sequence.
Yes.
They were simultaneous attacks, is my interpretation of that.
Since that was the hit with the raise and he took the wounds, is he now grappled?
That's a very good point.
Sorry.
Thank you.
That's all right.
Okay. Yes, this is where it gets interesting. Bound or entangled. Yeah. You are... entangled.
Okay.
Does make it vulnerable, but only to... Well, actually, does it? No, because it's got tentacles.
If it's entangling me, it makes it vulnerable.
Okay, you're entangled. Yeah.
Okay.
You're entangled. It's basically got one of its tentacles around you. It's going to try and pull you in, and next round, obviously, it will try and improve that, and then it will try and bite your head off. Basically,
I'm not bound, which means I can do other stuff.
Yes.
Right. So, I've only got 1 Benny left, so I'm not going to maintain my conviction. I'll just use what I've got for now, but I am going to put that on. Now, is this the new entangled or the old entangled?
This will be the new entangled.
So it means I'm vulnerable, not distracted.
Could be the case.
Okay, fine.
It's obviously it's whatever the Well, easy way to find out, isn't there? It should be the new entangled. Let's find out.
Yeah, Kills patched it ages ago.
Yeah, +2 to hit you because you're entangled, so that's right. Because you're now vulnerable, not distracted anymore.
Okay, so I will wild attack it with the tomahawk while it's got me in a tentacle. And I will multi-action and do it twice. Right, I'm going to have to feckin' do this the hard way then, aren't I?
Are you attacking the tentacle? Is that what you said?
Nope, I'm attacking the main middle beast thing.
That's fine, that's why I was asking. Because there is a subtle difference, of course. You can attack the tentacle to get yourself unentangled, but obviously it doesn't... Yeah.
And I need to add an extra d6 to that because I've got conviction and letting the devil out going, so that should turn that into a raise.
Turns that into a 14.
So then I'll roll that and add another d6 on top of it.
We're going to have to criticise Keel, obviously in a joking manner, that he didn't playtest the unlikely situation you've decided to force the system into.
Yes, that Harrowed would use conviction and therefore need 2 extra d6s. So that's 25 damage with the first hit.
Okay.
Then I will attack it with a second
attack.
And I think that's a hit with a raise anyway, so I don't need to bother adding the extra d6. So I damage.
The basket right there. No, in the hall or in the kitchen.
And then that can have that added to it, which is a bit pants.
Okay, I've run out of bennies on the skull trap, so it takes 2 wounds. It's taken 4 wounds, it's still standing. Then you're shaken, it doesn't do anything because it's hardy.
I was about to spend my last Benny on that second damage roll, which was only a shaken, but
No, I know
I wouldn't
nothing
worry
about
too much
this.
about it. It's up to you. Well, you can if you want to.
Well, it's still got me entangled, but I don't want it to be swallowing me whole anyway. So I am going to use my last penny to re-roll that damage.
Because it doesn't have any effect on the game anyway. Because you know what I mean. So by all means, go for it.
Can you
So,
peek it?
You know what I mean by that. It obviously doesn't affect anything because you only shook it. So
yeah.
Okay, probably food gone off.
And then I add another d6 to that. 21, which should be enough for a wound.
A giant green blood splat. That's not green.
yes. I should make some notes. Well, congratulations! You have
Shame there's only
killed
one
it.
of me now, isn't it?
Congratulations! You have killed the big nasty monster.
Hooray!
Yeah, but where'd
Did,
that
did you
dead
say
meat
Shane
go?
was only one of them?
Eh?
Did you really
He
just
said
say
the.
that?
I said there's a shame there's only the one of me, because I'm a tree feller now.
Oh, one of you.
Have you not
One of
heard that
you.
joke before?
There's only one of you. Thank goodness.
Two Irishmen walking past a help wanted sign said three fellers wanted, and one Irishman turns to the other and says, "Ah, 'tis a shame there's only the two of us." I think it loses something in translation, Mr. Hong. I think it does.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Definitely lost something somewhere.
So anyway, with the destruction of that creature and all the cultists, you find yourself basically everything calms down.
I want to check down that hatch.
Did we kill that other geezer?
No, where'd that Debney guy go?
Yeah.
Didn't somebody attack
Do I lose my shaking now that it's all over?
It's all over,
somebody
yeah.
have a go at Sophie D for some reason?
I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know, but didn't that Debney fella say something about the mother? I'm hoping that was the mother that
I was going to re-show you the what was said. Yes.
I mean, hopefully that was the mother. Not that I wanted to hit a lady, but if that was a lady, that wasn't any kind of lady that I've ever met before.
Yeah, just because it's a mother doesn't make it a lady.
Oh, that's the wrong chat. He said, that's it. Yeah, he said, ha ha ha, you're too late. Our forest mother has already run. There's nothing you can do. Nothing.
Well, I'm guessing that was the forest mother. I'm guessing that was the forest mother that I've just poked a few holes in.
Ooh, that's right.
So you're a mother feller, huh?
So is there anything down that trapdoor?
What trapdoor? That's a crate.
Oh.
Sorry, I was reading.
Away from that trapdoor.
There's nothing down there.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I wasn't. I'd had the map hidden because I was trying to find some text. So everyone gets an advance because you've defeated the cultists and killed the creature. So congratulations, you've saved the day. Hooray! There was much rejoicing.
But where did Debney go?
That is a very good question. So it is.
Yeah, where did he go? He invisible and ran off.
Yes, he was invisible, so he ran off when you killed the creature.
Didn't say, "Oh, you killed the forest mother." Didn't you hear him say that? No one heard that.
That is also a very good point. He didn't get all angry that we killed his mother.
But surely, I mean, if he went invisible, surely he left tracks.
Miss D, can you see any tracks anywhere of people that aren't here?
You rescued a miner. You rescued a miner, didn't you?
I did rescue a miner, so I did.
You did. That's very useful, seeing as you didn't deduce what you were supposed to deduce, that the adventure assumes you would deduce from this, what Frank Drebney said to you. But fortunately, one of the rescued miners tells her rescuer she overheard the cultists talking about a mother tree at the centre of the aspen forest east of town.
Oh, feck. I'm guessing Mr. Debney's going to be going to see his mother then. Miss D, there don't appear to be a pair of tracks heading east towards the aspen forest.
Well, I've had a good look around. I'm just trying to interpret the results.
Can't spell today.
Today.
Ha ha ha.
Oh, so you have. Those are interesting results, so they are.
Ah, this way. I can see it goes this way.
Are you heading into the aspen forest, are you?
Absolutely.
No, we're going to. I've decided to retire
Absolutely.
from adventuring. Do we have to go in the forest?
Absolutely.
Well, we don't have to. But it's probably a good idea, so it is.
The aspen forest is northeast of where you currently are, isn't it? I mean, having shared the other map again.
Yeah, so the rumour is people disappear in the aspen forest.
No, not the aspen forest. People were disappearing at the blood pond.
People disappear everywhere.
Yeah,
This is
and
true.
In
can
the
we at
aspen
least go to
forest.
the forest in, like dawn or early morning? Because I really hate those places at night. They're really creepy.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm just going to go and have a wash up just a moment. He
Yeah,
said
we
kindly.
deeply appreciate it.
I'm intrigued to know what type of washing up that involves.
Yeah, like stealing the soap.
Do you need me to tend to some of those cuts and bruises you got there, Adolfo?
No, it's all right. I'm just having a wash up. I'll be fine.
Shut with it. Oh, I'm intrigued.
I'm glad I'm not in tree. I didn't want it to bite my head off.
So, are you heading back to town to rest and recuperate, or are you pressing on like bloody damn heroes?
Well, it's still fairly early in the day, isn't it?
I'm all good for going to the forest.
Probably mid-morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's
So,
go while it's still daylight. Okay.
yeah.
Well,
To the
still
forest.
day.
Lululu.
Off to the forest we go.
Okey-dokey. I don't think I want to know where you got that though. Okay. A few miles east of town, the aspens forest bone white trees cloak the foothills. Mile on mile of pale quaking aspens stretch up at the mountainsides into the mountain. Folks of Heaston Hill are wary. Okay. Folks, probably takes more than one, but anyway. Folks, which you failed anyway. Folks in Heaston Hill are wary of the place. It's easy to get lost, and folks seem just to go missing there sometimes. Okay. Can I have notice checks from everyone else?
So we can't. Okay, so it's during the day.
It is. That's fine.
Right,
I just. I wouldn't waste pennies on rerolls, but too late. It's okay.
Because we can't be here after dark.
Okay. It doesn't take long to reach the verge. It's just half an hour's ride out past Lone Tree Trail. The forest, as you look up, as it raises up into the mountains, you can see the forest. Forest is vast. Okay. Yep. Don't worry about those notice rolls.
No bad guys out there.
No
So
bad
it
guys out
sounds
there,
like we've had about an hour or so of travel and
Yes.
rest. Can I
Yes.
get my fatigue back, please?
Yeah. Go on.
Donkey shins.
Okie dokie. You enter.
So how many power points do we get back?
As many as you get in an hour. 5, isn't it? Unless you've got anything that affects that. I don't think there is anymore. Is there still improved charging? I can't remember.
There is.
There is, yeah.
In an hour. Okay. There's a. You know what? I've never worked out how you actually pronounce it. I know it's basically one of the classic Western covered wagons. I'm not even going to attempt pronouncing it. Yeah,
Conestoga.
Because I definitely would mispronounce that. So there's a Conestoga wagon weathered and torn and tilted onto a busted wheel, abandoned by the trail here. An old wheelbarrow lies on its side. A child's rag doll with one button eye missing is abandoned in the tall grass. There's no sign of life, just the lonesome mounting wind hissing through the sagebrush.
And when we run across that, Mercy will get this really strange look on her face, and she'll wander around the wagon, and she'll pick up that doll and then put it in her pouch.
So you're picking... Okay, that's fine.
You all right, Mercy?
No, I'm fine.
You enter into the forest. A hush falls over the land, and the sound seems muffled, even as the leaves quiver and clatter in.
Shall we search the wagon, Mr. Spanner?
Can I have a survival check, please, Sophia? What I will do is I'll go to the party sheet. That and that. Which is good for some of you and bad for some of the others. And then be nice and do. After a while you suddenly realise what's been at the back of your mind since you entered this forest sphere. The absolute lack of bird calls or any other sounds of wildlife. Yet still
This
the
place
forest.
is wrong.
Yes, the forest still seems somehow.
So this
Have I managed to follow the tracks?
Yeah, you're following the tracks. Yes, no problem at all. Okay. As you follow the tracks, you come across a trail. Conestoga wagon is weathered and torn and tilted onto a busted wheel. It's abandoned by the side of the trail. An old wheelbarrow lies on its side. There's a depression in the tall grass, as if a child's wag doll once lay there. There is no sign of life, just the lonesome mountain wind hissing through the sagebrush.
So we search inside the wagon. It's where it came from.
I swear we ain't walking around in circles, but we're walking around in circles.
I'd say that's probably quite true. Yes.
Let's
An hour has gone by. 2 hours have gone by the time you reach the wagon.
let's mark our trail as we go.
This could be a problem.
You get another one, Mr. Adolfo. Oh, there we go.
Well, maybe we should try walking off in a different direction this time then.
Hey, do you want to go off in a different direction?
I don't know.
I couldn't find my way through here if I had to, so I'm just going to follow whichever way you guys say we need to go.
Yeah, so Agent Reek, this is his actual orders when he arrived was to explore this place.
Well, maybe he got lost in here then.
Well, I think that maybe we just somehow got turned around somewhere.
I'm not comfortable about staying in the woods overnight.
Well, it's only 2 in the afternoon. We've got time yet. How long does it take us to get into the woods?
It's been a couple of hours.
Been walking for 2 hours, and you've been in the woods for about 2 hours, and you've just come back to where you were about an hour and a half ago.
What happens if he used a compass?
We got one?
Well, why? How hard can it be to get a compass?
Well,
In the forest.
First thing you need to do would be to get back to town and go to the shop, which is owned by
Oh
Mr.
no,
Jeffrey.
no, you don't. No, you don't do that. No, hang on, wait a minute. I've got a needle here somewhere.
Okay, I'm going to let them two rant at each other while I prepare
okay.
everybody else some lunch and we can have a break.
Oh, look, we've got a
Delicious
compass.
food, excellent.
So I will produce a compass.
You got any beans?
Yeah, I got bean.
You know what? I've been having a think, I shall say, as I start to...
Did it hurt?
I knew I smelled smoke.
Especially. If we should come across anybody in this place, we should find a way to, subtly cut them, but not in a deadly kind of way.
What?
Well, right. We know that there's people making there's things making plant people, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, when we chopped up that plant person that was back in Heaston Hill, it didn't have blood. It had sap. So whoever's doing that shouting might be a plant person, and maybe we should, if they come across this way, just I don't know. I could use a card and give them a paper card just to check that they're like a real person or something.
Okay, where's that noise coming from?
Well, I can't do it justice, actually. I've been doing it wrong, actually. I was doing it nice and high-pitched. It really should be Sarah! A flat, booming voice, tolling like a bell deep in the forest, sounding at intervals. It's getting closer.
Right, okay, this compass I just made with MacGyver, it works, but the needle keeps rotating around 360 degrees.
Who's out there? Show yourself.
The hook!
The hook.
Hook.
Hello, trousers.
This is U.S. Marshal Patrick Harper. Come and show yourself.
A small posse of grim horsemen approach. They're all wearing dark dusters and hats. It's the lead rider who's calling out. He's apparently he's an ancient Wyomingite. I'm not sure how you tell that, but anyway, deep wrinkles creasing his face, with wispy white hair and a matching moustache. He holds up his hand in greeting and says in his oak barrel voice, "Hello, strangers. Name's Jeb Stroll, U.S. Marshal. Me and my posse here looking for a woman lost in these hills. She's called Sarah Hook. A man named Frank Debney told me we might find her up here in the Aspens. She has blue eyes and hair the colour of ripe grain. You've seen anyone matching that description?"
Nope, not seen anyone since we entered the woods.
Can't say that I have, Marshal Stroll. I will show him. I'll show him my badge and say, Marshal, if you wouldn't mind dismounting, I'd like to have a word.
He does.
I will take him off to one side and say, if Frank Debney is the one that sent you out here, he may have sent you on somewhat of a wild goose chase. Now, I'm about to do something, and I'd like you to promise to not hit me when I've done it. And with that, I make a thievery check to palm a card and give him a nasty paper cut on the side of his hand so I can see if it's bleeding. Would you like thievery or athletics for that?
Thievery, because you said palm a card. He snatches his finger back and he says, ow, snatches his finger back and sucks at the blood.
So there's blood. Right, that's okay then. You're bleeding, which means you're real. There's something off in these here woods. And there are people that aren't people, they're plants. You're bleeding, and then I will cut my finger with a card to show that I'm bleeding as well, and I'm bleeding. That means we're both real. Just out of interest, how long have you been wandering around in here looking for this Sarah Hook?
We entered this place probably this morning. I think it was this morning. Actually, I'm trying to think. It doesn't actually tell me how long they've been in it for, actually. He's crestfallen when you told that he's probably spent 2 nights. I would say he's probably spent a couple of nights in here by now.
And Frank Debney told you to come out here, did he? What was going on in Heaston Hill when you came into Heaston Hill looking for this Sarah Hook?
Well, obviously, he probably came out before it all kicked off. Tensions were high in town, and Debbie said that people were upset because the girl was missing, so that's why we went to find her.
Oh, there was a lot more going on than a girl being missing. To be honest, I haven't heard of a Sarah Hook or a Sarah Hook going missing at all. And I've been in Heaston Hill for, well,
a couple of months.
A couple of months now, investigating a missing person of interest to our bosses, if you'll allow me to be just a little bit cagey on that. How well do you know the men in your posse? You've been riding with them for long.
Aye, they rode in with me.
Then you'll not mind me just checking they can bleed too now, will you?
Look, we've got to find the girl. I'll thank you for your help, but she's been missing for some time. We need to find her, he says, and he walks back towards his horse and clambers on.
Stroll, if she's been missing for some time, and I've been in Heaston Hill for a couple of months looking for a missing person, do you think somebody might not have mentioned her to me?
That's what I'm trying to look up, because you as a player are forgetting things. Trying to find the Ballad of Bog.
Ballad of Bogwater Bill. That's the Bogwater Bill was the harrow that you switched off, dear.
The lonely high unitas with the cow.
That's not what I'm hurting at.
Up along trackless canyons, down old forgotten trails, they roamed. There roamed my sweet Bill, with death on his tail, though he never came back. He built up a shack way out in the bogs, with dead for the frog. Sigh, and they sing him to sleep. I promise sweet Bill, for him I shan't weep. He'll stay there forever, alone in his shame, so disgraced and dishevelled, folks lost his true name. I would walk the hills with the words of my breath. Why, my sweet Bill, who was just curious because it's heard the story of Bogwater Bill from a told. Then she became fascinated with Joe and even sent word to the marshal's office to look for Sarah Hook. So basically, Lila, who sang the song in the music hall saloon, is the one who sent word to the U.S. Marshal's office that Sarah Hook was missing, and U.S. Marshal Stroll and his posse headed out to come and look for her.
When?
That was a couple of months ago, then.
You haven't been here a couple of months.
Well, we've been here over a month because Hot Iron and Whiskey ran out.
I think Hot Iron and Whiskey ran out because I accidentally deleted it from Combat Track. As far as I think you've only been here a couple of weeks, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, So I would say the message went out before you got here. He's ridden down. He's come into town while you were out of town, and he's been looking for her probably a week. Then I would say. Sorry, I had to work. I had to work out the dates in my own head.
Right. So we actually know that. You left town a couple of weeks ago. Does he look hungry? As in, does he look like if he thinks he's only been out here a couple of days?
No, that's my mistake. He's obviously been searching these woods for a week. I apologise because day and night does follow normally.
Right.
So he knows he's been here a week.
Yes, he does. As I say, that's the GM's mistake, not the NPC's mistake.
Okay. Well, if you've been wandering around these woods for a week, I'm sure you know your way around. Maybe you could help us. But if you're going to, I'd still, if you wouldn't mind, let me check on your posse.
Why do we all have Zeds on us?
Because we're all idle, because we've not been clicking on Fantasy Grounds at all.
We've been doing too much role-playing in the Fantasy Grounds thing. We're doing too much role-playing and not enough dice rolling, so Fantasy Grounds thinks we've all gone to sleep. That's how it works. No, that's the point, isn't it?
Sleepy people.
If you're dead set on wandering away, well,
I'm trying to sort something. Just trying to sort something out. But
Miss D there has cooked a mighty fine meal that you and your posse will be welcome to join us in before we move on our separate ways.
I'm going to have to leave for the night. I have work tonight.
Okay. Understood.
Okay.
At this point,
is he going to join force with us, or are we going to have to kill him?
Oh, he's going to join. Why are you going to kill him? He's a U.S. Marshal.
Yeah, we're not going to kill him, but I do.
Have you seen Unforgiven? I killed U.S. Marshals back in '86.
I do want to pin his posse down and check that they can bleed too.
Still haven't killed any women and children with dynamite yet.
You know, the whole this thing shouldn't be that thing should work. There's no reason why it shouldn't work.
Okay. There's a crack of gunfire, and
one of his posse shoots him.
Tries to shoot him. Fortunately, just at that particular moment, Jeb Stroll turned, basically moved just as the shot came in, meaning that it missed him.
Well, we're going to have to kill his posse then. Yeah, good, right.
I'd say, Marshal, that it's a safe bet that your men are plants.
He looks confused
because he plants. Yeah, I'm starting to laugh.
Okay. John Watt gets to go first.
So is this Theatre of the Mind?
No,
Do we actually have a
up,
Oh, there's the map. There's a map. It's loading.
I guess I'm there because I was chatting to him.
Mm-hmm.
Righty-ho. Yes, I'll have it there, please. So, Mr. Spanner. Medium. I think we'll go for extra range. Or give everybody a bit of space. In fact, we need to do it. We need to do it there, don't we? Right, so we cast Havoc. So off they go.
I only just noticed Jiminy. Jiminy's attempt to get Benny's in chat over on the Fancy Grounds forum.
I said that, and then someone come in chat and said Benny's. So yeah,
Indeed, it was Paula, in fact, from the staff.
and she's the one who responded. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Only one
it
person
is.
responded. Not many people in there, but that's good enough. I had no Benny's at that point. I think when I asked for that,
Which is fair enough. Okie dokie.
If in doubt, beg.
So strength
Indeed.
-2, are they going to go 2d6 flying off?
Technically, I should worry about the horses as well, but I'm not going to worry about it. Go on then, give us a 2d6.
Because I think they won't take any damage off it, but it knocks them back 4 inches. Although technically, if they're on horses, they're going to take falling damage, aren't they?
I'm just going to conveniently ignore the fact there are horses there because horses make it very confusing.
got knocked off their horses, aren't they?
Yeah, there we go. We'll chuck it. We'll chuck a couple of.
Otherwise I'll have to start rolling to see if you kill the horses or not.
Well, if we kill the horses, at least we get some steak.
Right, they're all shaking as they impact the ground.
Excellent.
They take falling damage from horses, not your impact damage, but that's fine. Juan, you're up, sir.
Well, he just moved him even further away, so.
Yes, I was thinking that had to be said. See, what he should have done was put the havoc behind them to blow them towards you. That's what I would.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, I didn't actually realise that he'd have to do range.
And I will go ahead and throw one of my axes at. It doesn't matter, they're all at medium range at that one.
Mm-hmm.
And miss. Okay.
Okay, that brings up Sophia D, who's on hold. That brings up William Money.
Who's going to shoot one of the deputies?
Go for it.
So you didn't shoot the sheriff, but you did shoot the deputy.
Yep. I shot the deputy. But I didn't shoot no sheriff. Doesn't work, does it?
U.S. Marshal.
Sheriff C.
It's a U.S. Marshal.
Headshot.
Did you do a cold shot to the head, or are you just calling it?
No, I mean 20 deaths to 3 wounds is a headshot, dude. It hit him right between the eyes.
What did this marshal do that we realized he was bad? I missed something somewhere. Probably when somebody knocked at my door.
Oh, the marshal probably isn't bad, but his posse is.
His posse of plants. Yeah, that was it. One passed my turn and made it skip.
The amazing Adolfo.
Amazing Adolfo's go.
Out. Mercy Vancouver.
Well, keep an eye on the marshal. I'm going to move over to this side of 6 of Adolfo and take a shot. And I hit.
Good damage.
Oh, hell no. Better.
It's a wound. Down he goes.
3 points of damage. That sucked.
Okay. The deputy fires twice. Once at 1, missing, and once at Mercy Vancouver, causing 2 wounds. Dives into cover.
One wound.
Yeah, I'm afraid the bullet grazes you. The amazing Adolfo requests interrupt.
Sorry about that. I will move up next to one. I'll try to move up next to one. There we go. And we'll lob a tomahawk in the general direction of that deputy.
Afraid you miss.
I am going to miss. I'll give it a Benny.
Afraid you hit.
See, I didn't miss. It just I threw it at the loose tree branch, which fell and knocked him on the head.
Okay. Roll for damage.
It wasn't a very big tree branch, however. But I'll Benny that as well.
I know, you've only got 13 minutes tops. You shake him.
And several sticks fall down round him, and he's mildly trapped, but not to the point of being bound or entangled. He's just shaken.
Indeed.
And that'll do.
Jebstro is in shock that someone he's known for 10 years just tried to murder him. That brings us to Mercy Vancouver going first, recovering from being shot, wincing from the crease where the bullet.
Can I see him in the trees?
You can see him in the trees. He's just ducking down behind light cover. Not going to do him any good when you shoot like that. Roll that damage. Oh.
I'll do the damage one more time.
Okie doke. It's late in the game.
Yeah, I'm cursed today. The exact same roll twice in a row.
It's been happening a lot. William Money's fanning the hammer resulted in 3 identical. Jeb's really shaken up by the fact that someone he's known for 10 years tried to murder him. Mr. William Money.
Right, I'm going to shoot him.
Probably a miss. That was it. That's a wound. Try applying that again. Okay, I put the apply there. And he's not bleeding out. He doesn't bleed. Okay. That's quite annoying. I need...
You said no, he doesn't bleed. Does that mean they are plants?
Yeah. Stats on them. That's annoying. That's what I wanted to read. I wanted to remind myself. Can't find them, annoyingly. Replicant. Here we go. Replicants don't bleed, but their wounds seep thick white sap with heavy cloying odor like fresh pine scent.
It doesn't bleed. Kill it.
I think they just turned into pile of goo, which I seem to recall, but I can't remember where I read that now. There we are. Anyway, yeah. So basically, they start decomposing quite quickly and just turning into sap and sort of moving away. There we go. You have.
I'm very sorry we had to do that, Marshal, but it was probably for the best.
So it says it's unclear as they depart. You get okay. You didn't need to do the notice roll. Yeah, okay. Well, he thanks you for saving his life and says he has to get on. He's got to find that girl. He walks back to his horse and mounts up and prepares to ride off into the forest to continue his search.
Marshal, we're going to be looking through the forest ourselves. Maybe we could work together.
Goes, a single man. He goes, you're good folks, and I thank you for saving me, but sometimes a single man can cover the area quicker. He says, meaningfully looking at him. He nods. John Watt. He nods and rides off. Clearly a shaken man. Don't see him again. Who knows?
I think if we see him again, he's probably going to have been turned into a plant person, but we should check him if we see him again next time anyway.
Okay. Okay, so you which way have you decided which way you're heading then? In or out of the forest?
Well, I knocked up a compass, and the compass keeps rotating round and round. It won't attach. It won't stop.
If this here mother tree is anywhere, it's going to be somewhere further into the forest now, isn't it?
My best guess would be somewhere towards the center of the forest.
So we either make our way further in, or we just chop down every feckin' tree in the forest until we get the right one.
Or we can just burn down the whole damn forest.
Well, there is that.
Well,
That too.
we could speed things up if we speed us up.
Mr. Watt, you like the idea of burning things, don't you?
Why?
Were you a goblin in another campaign? Life?
Can I have a notice check from everyone, please?
I've
When you're
seen that
talking.
Smith and Robards make those flame-throwing device type things. Do you reckon you could knock up a few of them and we could just burn down all of the trees?
Yeah, but what happens if the wind changes?
Well, we make a fire break first, don't we?
I'm easiest way to go.
The other thing is we could use that slippy oil I keep talking about, and that would let us travel through the forest a bit quicker.
Oi, so it might. Excuse me.
I'm a bit perplexed about being staying overnight though.
Okay, I'm just going to go with, I think we'll go with that. Yeah, that works. And we'll go with that. And we'll go with that. That'll do. You basically came in through the path to the south.
That's no longer there.
Looking around, you now realise there is no path to the south. Since you've been here talking and planning stuff, and you were discussing stuff, and then the marshal came in and you talked to him, the path you came in on has vanished. Nothing but trees to the south now. Which strikes me as a good time to leave it.
Yes, Mr. Spanner.
Hope you enjoyed that. See you all next time.
He's evil.
Of course I am.